Hello, good evening, everyone. Good to see everyone once again on a Friday evening. My name is Alex from MarketWise Asia. Okay, so if you guys can hear me loud and clear, please say a hi to me in the comment so that I know everything is good, everything is well. So I'm friendly, I won't bite. So just give me a like and share as well. Do engage with me just to tell Facebook that you want to see more of our content in the future. Because if you don't do that, Facebook will deem that you don't like our content, and Facebook will start showing you lesser and lesser of MarketWise Asia content on your Facebook feed. All right, so yeah, good evening, everyone. Let me take a look at the comments right now. Okay, Han Hawk, good evening. Yan Mian, Dom, SP, Amanda, Edmund, SJ, James, Pei Wen, Carfok, okay, LH, Doi, Marco, Shufian, Victor. Victor is from YouTube. Okay, by the way, right, my Facebook Live is also broadcasted onto YouTube. If you are watching this on YouTube, right? So I also warmly welcome you. Okay, so whether you're watching on Facebook and also whether you're watching on YouTube, it is fine as well. LG, Kelvin, Mary, Kit Leong, Paul, okay, LH, Amran, okay, so good to see every one of you here. Okay, by the way, right, I just went for my vaccination booster jab, so this morning. So far, I'm still feeling okay because my wife actually went last week and her side effect was actually quite serious. So, she had fever, feeling the chills, and also pain, sore arms, and such. I think she was down for about 3 to 4 days. So far, I think I'm still okay. So yeah, keeping my finger crossed. Okay. So far I'm still feeling okay, just a little bit tired. Okay. Julia, who is you are here? Why are you here, man? Why are you here? All right. So yeah, but anyway, good to see every one of you here. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So before I kickstart this session over here, let me share my screen over here right now. Just a very quick disclaimer over here. Okay. So right now we have about 178 people. I think there'll be more people who will be streaming in. So just give them 1 or 2 minutes. Okay. So as usual, just a very quick disclaimer, whatever I say today is just for education and informational purpose. It is not a recommendation, right? To tell you what to buy or what to sell. As usual, Alex is always wrong. So please don't copy me. Okay, so please do your own due diligence. My opinion doesn't mean that I'm correct. Okay, so let's get started the session, right? So today's, of course, back to the stock market. The stock market is down big for the past previous few days. Okay, and of course, the biggest story right now is, of course, the Russian-Ukraine invasion, the war, the tension, whatever you call it. And coupled with that, the rising inflation and the rate hike, it is causing sort of a very steep market correction. I wouldn't say a crash. I would still say a correction. Okay, so by the way, right, I think I'm not sure how many of you actually understand why Russia is invading Ukraine. Okay, so of course the usual, the standard from the media is saying that because Ukraine wanted to join the NATO. Okay, and of course Russia doesn't want Ukraine to join NATO, and asking them, asking the UK, the US, to step aside and such, right? Okay, so these are the standard answer. Okay, but my friend, who is not analyst, I mean that he's academic and also a doctorate. Okay, so he actually told me that there's more things behind it, and there's a lot of history behind this conflict and such between Ukraine and Russia. So he actually wrote an article for me. I don't think I want to disclose his name here lah. So this is the article over here. Let me try to zoom in over here. So you guys can go and take a look and read. Okay, so the history behind, Ukraine and Russia, and a lot of things are okay. Some of things I also actually don't really understand. Okay, so basically it is trying to tell you, why there's this leading to why the former Soviet states, USSR, right, broke away, and the Ukraine history culture is the most connected to Russia, etc. So a lot of things to read. If you're interested, okay, just head over to the link over here. I'll post the link in the comments, over here. Okay. All right. So yeah, so take a look in the comments. And by the way, do remember to join MarketWise Asia Telegram channel. Let me post the link, and also our YouTube channel as well. Right now, we have about 4,005 people in the Telegram channel right now. And on YouTube, okay, I'm trying to build a YouTube channel, as I mentioned last session. I'll be posting hopefully more videos on YouTube. All right, so there's not posted on YouTube, there's not posted on Facebook. Okay, so do subscribe to our channel. So do join, it is free. And also want to share with you that, I think it is still a bit early, but I think it's okay. We have the Market Insights Virtual Summit that is coming up, okay, in April 9 and 10. And Rainer Teo, I'm not sure how many you have actually, I think I mentioned during the last summit, but I think there are some new people here. Okay, so Rainer Teo will be the keynote speaker. He has more than 1.4 million subscriber. Okay, so he's the most followed traders in Singapore, and I believe the world. So okay, on trading as a trader, so a lot of subscribers, and he's a good friend of mine. Actually, it's quite difficult to invite him. Okay, yeah, but because he also rarely speak at external event nowadays. So do join this session, and I'll be giving away bonus reports and material when they are ready. So the bonus report that I'm going to give away, it is I'm still thinking of a title. So please going to share with you Trend Master. So how to define the trend and such using Ichimoku Cloud, but in more detail. Okay, in the report form. So in the ebook form. So do register. So once it is ready, okay, I will share with you the materials, okay, the ebook, and I will post the link in the comments over here. All right, so it's very simple, bit.ly/Rainer2022. Okay, okay, yep, I think that's good. Okay, so what is the market heading for another big crash, or is it the right moment to buy into stocks right now? How to deal with the current market volatility and such, and what's my forecast for the next few months? So I'll be heading into this main topic today. So I right now I see the latest comment by Samuel, right? Are you still shorting Nasdaq? No, I actually closed Nasdaq yesterday, and I actually go long on the index, and the Nasdaq, go long the Nasdaq. So before I go into anything, I just want to share with you that my current personal view, okay, is that we have bottomed out, at least short term. Okay, I am not sure whether it will be a dead cat bounce or it will be a absolute bottom. This one I'm not sure. I'll be totally honest with you, I don't know, but I believe short term wise, within the 1 to 2 weeks, I think we should be able to see a bounce. I think only whether it will be a dead cat bounce. Dead cat bounce meaning that price goes up like this, that and come back down again. Okay, so let me share with you the chart. I think it's easier. So dead cat bounce mean that okay, so this is dead cat bounce meaning that it is just temporal. So meaning that price just do a rebound and then pay back down lower. So this one I'm not sure. Okay, just a very quick show of hand here, right? Just want to have a sensing, your opinion, your consensus, whatever you call it, right? How many of you actually think that this is the absolute bottom? If you think this absolute bottom, just if you are bullish about the market, right, just type bull in the comments. And if you think, all right, it is still a dead cat bounce, all right, DCB, just type DCB in the comments, meaning that you think it's just a temporary a rise after you come back down again, okay? Or you think that within the next 1 or 2 days market continue to go down again, you just type bear. So whether are you a bull, are you a bear, or dead cat bounce? If you don't know, you can also type don't know in the comments. I think your participation is very important to me, because I want to have a sense of how the market is. How do you guys really think about the market right now? So, okay, all right. So I just before I check the comments, I just want to share with you MarketWise Asia Telegram channel over here. So I think on the 25th, that it is today, I say that the market correction could have bottomed out already. Okay, just my view, I could be wrong. I'll share the reason why in tonight's Facebook Live. All right. Okay. Okay. Let me see the comments. Not bottom. Gulf Energy stock. I think it's dead cat bounce bull, still bearish. Dead cat bounce bull. Don't think so. More volatility. This DCB, a lot of DCB. So you guys can see in the comments yourself. I think Pauline is saying that it should be a bottom. Pauline Quack. DCB, a lot of DCB. Dead cat bounce back. Let me see. Bull. So mostly dead cat bounce. Okay. So I also did a poll on I think on the 23rd. 23rd, it is on a Wednesday, just before the sell off. All right. So before the Russia invaded Ukraine, right? Just before that. So I asked that whether you guys are bullish or bearish on the US market within the next 2 weeks. 2 weeks. 2 weeks. So 36% say the market is going to recover, 64% say that there's bearish, more sell off ahead. So I wouldn't say bulk majority, but at least about 65% still biasing towards the bearish side. So in that case, I don't know. My sensing is that since a lot of you think that it is a dead cat bounce, right? Then it will not be a dead cat bounce lah. Okay, this is just my opinion because I realize that most of the time the masses are always wrong. We are always wrong one. So in any case, right? If I feel that the market has bottomed out, and a lot of the people also think that the market has bottomed out, most likely I'm wrong. Most likely I'm wrong. Okay, that's so sometimes I'm quite afraid to tell you what I'm thinking. Everybody think the same way. Then I know that I could be wrong really. So yeah, some don't know. Okay, all right. Yeah, Yang Li saying when too many people expect take cat bounce, then choose the opposite. Exactly what I said. I mean that everybody take cat bounce, then you are still fearful, and such, right? Then I think it might not be. So Patricia, I already said that I think it is already bottom out. Okay. If I'm not mistaken, there's also another trainer. I think somebody mentioned in the comments in the Telegram channel that he also think that the market has bottomed. So so far I only like see two. Okay, see two. I'm not sure how many other public figure or other trainers out there, will say that it is a bottom. I don't know. Okay, but my personal view is bottom. So I will share with you the reason why. Okay, of course, the market might not do a immediately kind of V-shaped recovery, but generally, could be like this ping pong for a while and then they hit higher. Okay, but of course there'll be a lot of overhead resistance. Okay, I will show you why. All right, so first thing first, let me see the thing. Okay, as I mentioned, the market could have bottoms. So there are a lot more reasons, but that I will share with you the three main things that I am seeing. Okay, first of all, number one, price action. Okay, so let's go to the Nasdaq chart right now. Okay, so go to the naked chart. Naked. Okay, let me go to the candle. Okay, so easier for you guys to see. So as of now, right now, the market, I think this is easier for you guys to see. Okay, market it is positive. Okay, positive. The Nasdaq is up 0.5%, S&P up about 1%, and Dow about 1.17%. Is it really correct? Yeah, because I think this one is a bit lag. Okay, yeah, so it's up. Okay, generally it's up. So okay, so this is the naked chart. This is a very steep sell off. Okay, it actually went below from the high over here, to the bottom over here. Okay, so let me see. The bottom is about, yeah, that's why I say it's into a bear territory. So the standard definition for a bear market is when from the index, right, from the high, right, fell from the high more than 20%. So more than 20%, they call it a bear market, more than 20%. So Nasdaq actually fell into that territory over here. Okay, so S&P about 15%. Okay, the Dow Jones from the high to the low, about 12%. So Nasdaq is the most jialat one. Okay, the worst of the three indices. Not surprising because comprises of mainly the tech stocks, and tech stocks have been undergoing a reset on their valuation. So that's why it's not surprising. Anyway, okay, so I add my standard indicator over here. So add in here. Let me go to the Nasdaq first. I think that's the most important one. Okay, so of course, if you take a look at the daily time frame, for those who are new to MarketWise Asia, I use the cloud and Ichimoku cloud and the pivot points, okay, and the central pivot range. Pivot point, central pivot range is to tell you the support and resistance. The cloud over here, it is just the cloud. You can see that this green thing over here, right? Okay, something like cloud, right? It is to tell me the trend. Is it uptrend or downtrend? On the daily time frame, price is below the cloud. Okay, it is on a downtrend. All right, but if you take a look at the weekly time frame, all right. Can you guys see? Okay. This was the COVID sell-off over here, all right, and then it touches the cloud, all right, and then rebounded. So the cloud is acting as a support over here during the COVID crash in 2020, and ever since that, right, the price didn't touch the cloud at all. All the prior pullback was pretty shallow. Okay, it's only until now price actually touch the support at somewhere at the cloud level over here. Okay, the cloud level over here, this part. Okay, and this is what I want to see also, and also price actually touch the yearly pivot at the S1 level, support S1 level. So that's confluence. So touches the S1, rebounded, and also touching the cloud, rebounded. So as I mentioned in my previous Facebook Live, I am always still bullish, because long term still bullish. Okay, short to mid term is bearish. Okay, because of this reason, because overall we are still on a uptrend based on the weekly time frame. So I'm looking from a longer term perspective. We are still uptrending. That's why I say in my previous Facebook Live, no need to be scared at this moment in time. It is still a correction. And during the last Facebook Live, I said that I'm waiting to see whether price can actually test the S1 level. Okay, so price tested and also at the support level right now. So this is the reason why. And also the S&P 500 futures, okay, we also touches the cloud over. Sorry, pardon about this trend. Okay, easier to see. Okay, all right, we also touches a Camarilla pivot over here, and also touches the cloud support over here. All right, the Dow, okay, is also supported, touches the cloud, supported by the cloud over here. So this is one of the reasons why I think market could have bottomed. Okay, because this correction is actually a correction that I'm waiting for quite some time already. Okay, previously all shallow. I also mentioned many times, I wanted to see a steeper pullback, but the steep pullback didn't come. So no choice. Whatever the market wants to do, I just let it do lah. I mean that I'm still bullish. Okay, so this thing has came down quite a bit already. But as usual, I'm always skeptical about hammer candlestick pattern. I was always about skeptical. I mentioned last Facebook Live, right? This hammer pattern trapped a lot of people already. Break the previous week high. So the people who went long and came back down. Okay, break the low. That's why I mentioned last Facebook Live, right? Okay, most likely you test the prior low over here. I go back to a daily time frame. I mentioned that, right? I think last 2 weeks lah. So this was the low over here. Okay, there's a high chance that price will go and test it. So price actually tested it, and yesterday there was a strong rally in I think about 12 or 1 a.m. or somewhere around there. I exited my short position already. Okay, and then after that, I think about 2 or 3 a.m. then I went long. on the Nasdaq. Okay, so is everything okay so far? Understand what I'm trying to say? Type okay in the comments. Type okay in the comments. All right. Okay, so as I mentioned, right, back to the weekly time frame. This is once again a hammer candlestick pattern. So I'm always skeptical because a lot of people can see this hammer candlestick pattern. When a lot of people see it, they go retail go crazily, go long. It might could be also a kind of a trap. Also, maybe next week price test again and then price came back down. Possible. Okay, this kind of scenario possible, but if I enter right now, it is safer because okay, I'm still skeptical. Okay, but I think it's safer than previously over here because they hunted the low already. They hunted the low already. Okay, they hunted the low already. So a lot of people put their stop loss over here. Okay, I redraw again. A lot of people put their stop loss over here. Okay, and price went below the low, hunted the low, and then rebounded. So this is actually a safer entry compared to this entry over here, this hammer over here. Okay, can all right, so let me go to the sentiment. Okay, sentiment. As mentioned, right, I do the poll, the survey, asking you guys, and also checking the CNN fear and greed index over here. Okay, so I post the link in the chat box. Meant right, yesterday was, you guys can see, right? Zoom bigger lah. Okay, you guys can see, right? So yesterday was actually 23 is somewhere around here. All right, it's at the extreme fear level. Today slightly better, 28. So there's still a lot of fear in the market. So I think when there's a lot of fear, when, as the saying goes, when there's a blood on the street, it is time to really enter the market. Okay, enter the market. So this is the number 2 reason. Okay, all right. So price action, weekly time frame gets supported by the pivots and also the fear and greed. There are fear in the market. All right. I think the third one, I think, is the more interesting one. Okay, so the third one is the more interesting one. It is the VVIX over VIX. I mentioned also in my previous Facebook live already. Okay, if you don't understand this, doesn't matter, not important. VIX, okay, is the fear index also. All right, VIX, okay, VIX, volatility index. Okay, so whenever there is a fear, okay, when there's a volatility, you always do a spike up, or when the market crashes, there's a steep correction, market will just spike up. So this one, I think most people should know about the VIX index, but it can be quite difficult to read. Okay, and VVIX, okay, VVIX, okay, the VIX is talking about the volatility index, right? Okay, VVIX is the DYDX, the derivative of VIX. So basically, it's checking the volatility of the volatility index. If you don't understand what I mean, doesn't matter. So essentially, VVIX is checking the rate of change of VIX. I'm not sure whether that will be more helpful to you. So again, if you don't understand, doesn't matter, not important. Okay, I don't explain more. You can just Google VVIX over VIX. Okay, I think there's some information. All right. How to put it on trading view? Very simple. Just type VVIX. Okay, then you slash VIX. I just want to get the ratio. All right. Anyway, by the way, I also learned from Beanie Ong, so the credit goes to her. I first learned about VVIX over VIX from her, so the credit goes to Beanie Ong, and Beanie is going to speak at the upcoming Market Insights virtual summit. Okay, in April, in this one. All right, so do register for this event. She'll be speaking also. So for those who just joined, do register for this event. Okay. All right. So I post the link once again in the comments. And I just want the ratio. This is the ratio over here. All right, so I already have a template really. So let me go to my template over here. Template. VVIX over VIX. All right. So normally I use the weekly time frame. Weekly time frame over here. Less noise. Then I think line. How come it's not showing the line over here? So funny. Give me a moment. Okay, doesn't matter. It is not showing up. Okay, I know already. Okay, I removed the line. No wonder. Okay. All right, weekly time frame. Okay, sorry about that. Sorry about this boo-boo. Okay, I removed the line over here. So this is the weekly time frame. So you don't need to use candlestick or bar chart. Just use a line chart will do. Keep it simple. Okay. So when there is a extreme fear in the market, okay, normally price will be at the bottom. Okay, at the bottom. This is the COVID sell off over here. All right. And then when the market is complacent, it's at the top. Okay, at the top. All right. So previously I mentioned that there was a divergence over here. Okay, when the market is making new high, okay, but the VVIX over VIX, the ratio it is as in there's a divergence, it's making a lower high. So that what makes me wary of the market already. And normally, when the market reaches at that point in time, right, the number 5, the ratio, as in VVIX over VIX, when it reaches the ratio 5, the green line over here, or about 4, this is kind of a support level already, okay, a support level already. So you can see that normally when the market bottom over here, let me see, VVIX, oops, not this one. Weekly. Okay, so this at the bottom of this page, right? This one, right? The orange dotted line is actually the SPY. Okay, so this is the ratio VIX, right? VVIX over VIX. You can see that when price touches the bottom, at the low, kind of rebounded at the bottom, low rebounded. Maybe not so clear cut over here. This is more clear cut. Bottom rebounded at the bottom, near the bottom rebounded. So right now we are also at the bottom right now. So there's a lot of fear in the market also. Okay, previously it was at 5. Previously it was at 5. At that point in time over here, I thought the market could do also a rebound. So at level 5, as in the ratio 5, right, kind of a midterm support, that kind of. So there's also a chance, because it was a previous kind of a support level when there's a fear in the market also, that kind. So this was when the market actually was here. Let me go to the S&P 500 or the Nasdaq. Wait, okay. All right, so it was here when the ratio was 5. It was somewhere around here. That's why I went for a short-term long that time. Okay, and after that, market came down again, and this is time where the VVIX is at a 4, level 4. So it could be signaling a bottom already. Of course, for the VVIX, to drop down to even ratio 4, right? It has to be an extraordinary event, like the COVID sell-off, that kind. Can? All right. Ivan is asking, why can't I get VVIX or VX in my TV platform I subscribe? You could, I mean, even I think for a free platform, you also can get. So you need to do it manually. Okay, VVIX, okay, this one, and then you slash yourself the VIX, right? Okay, can. So you can change the weekly time frame and such. All right, so these are my 3 reasons why I think the market could have bottomed out already. And of course, I could be wrong. I could be wrong. So just to let you know, in case I sound too bullish, I am still cautious. So my entry, my entry. So let me show you. Okay. What price did I enter? Let me see. Check my email. Just give me a moment. Just give me a moment. QQQ. So I bought QQQ at 333.41. 333.41. Alternate. Okay. 333.41. Somewhere around here. Okay. So this is the dotted line over here. This one. My stop it is at about 320.60. Okay, so it's from here, entry here, right here. So right now, still okay. I remove this already. So this was my previously short position. I already exited already. All right. Yeah. So in case I sounded too bullish, okay, I could be wrong. Okay, I could be wrong. It could really be a decade bounce. I don't know. So price, there are a few resistance over here. All right. Price, first of all, has to clear the central pivot range. So this is the central pivot range over here. Of course, this is February. In March, all right, there will be a new central pivot range already. So today is already, Friday 25th, next Monday 28th, and then very, very soon we will have March central pivot range already. So I believe, I can calculate, but I don't want, no need to. So the CPR next month will be somewhere around here. So price to clear the CPR. Okay, then I will be more bullish. Okay, so there are a few possibility. Okay, so right now price could just do chong like that, which I don't think so lah. So let's assume the CPR still remains the same. Okay, and next month is somewhere around here. Okay, the price could do hit here. I am expecting some reaction at the CPR over here. The ping pong come down a little bit, like that retest, ping pong, or go up. That's the best scenario lah. Okay, if not, price the CPR could get totally resisted, dead cat bounce, and then hit another lower level, break the low over here. That's another possible. So the QQQ that I enter, it is meant for a short-term trade. All right. If it is working well, then I will stack on more. Okay, and maybe become a position trade. So right now, I'm ready to exit anytime when price hit the resistance. I'm okay to take some partial profit and such. Okay. All right. Any questions so far? Everything okay? Everything is good. Just type GOOD, good, in the comments if you understand the reason why I think the market has bottomed out. But once again, disclaimer, the market doesn't need to listen why I say, it could really be just a dead cat bounce. So be careful. All right. I'm always wrong. Don't listen to me. Okay. All right. Okay. Let me see the comments right now. Pauline is asking, right, do you feel that the first hammer will normally do a dead cat bounce, but a second hammer that reappears at a strong support usually signal a reversal? So from what I observed, right, the doesn't need to be a second hammer. It can be any other candlestick pattern. Okay, let's say like this. Okay, so this was the previous hammer over here, so went up, the cat bounce, okay, and then it hit the low over here, make all the people stop out, okay, exited, and then rebounded. This is a safer entry, and usually when you do a kind of a double bottom, this is it usually will go up. All right, but again, it might not be always the case. All right, so yeah, so normally it doesn't have to be a second hammer. I think, yeah, it doesn't need to be a second hammer. All right. LH is asking whether we'll go hit 2002. Let me go through the chart of gold later. Do you buy stock option? So for this QQQ, it is directly, I trade directly. So it's just I buy the CFD. So I went to CFD. So direct short. For the options, right, I mainly buy if my holding time frame is more than 6 months. So previously I bought Discovery, and NOV and such. They are more for long-term position trade. All right. So Chris asking why you choose QQQ over DJA or ST1 because QQQ has fallen a lot. So previously, the reason why I shorted QQQ, okay, is because it was the weakest. It was the weakest. Right now, yesterday I long QQQ because based on the price action, QQQ rebounded the most. So I thought that could be because it fell the most round, so I thought it could be rebounding the most also. So that's the reason why I choose QQQ. Yeah. So previously I shorted QQQ because it was the weakest. So yeah, compared to DJ and also S&P 500. So that's why I choose QQQ now also. Okay. All right. So let me go through some of the things. Any other things? Okay. So this is the main thing I want to share today. So let's go to gold. All right. By the way, for gold, I would say that based on seasonals, okay, gold right now from February to March is actually bearish. Okay, from from February to March is actually bearish. So right now I am actually bearish on gold. Bearish as in I'm not saying that you do a crash like that lah. Okay, what I'm saying that because of the event, the Ukraine-Russia crisis, there's a spike out and such, right? This kind of movement is over already. I don't expect price for gold to continue go up like this. Okay, so meantime, okay, I think gold could be heading down because based on the seasonals, it is for gold, for silver, even for some of the metals like platinum, for palladium, metals are bearish late February and early March also. So let's say, for example, go to stockchart.com. All right, you go to, you can just type GLD, go. Right, if you go to the seasonals over here, seasonality. Okay, so, all right. So can you see or not? So for the past 10 years, February, March, especially March is a very weak month. So only 20% of the time, gold actually is positive at the end of March. All right. So for silver, I think it's also something like that. If I'm not mistaken, when I check the seasonals. Okay. So for silver, for the past 10 years, it is also the same. It is also pretty weak over here. All right. And then I think for palladium also the same, if I'm not mistaken. Palladium also the same. Yeah, so not the worst, but not the best also, right? So in fact, actually the copper, all these things like it can be bearish for the month of February. Okay, so just let you know. So don't expect price for gold to go higher like that because of the Ukraine war. The Ukraine war, everything, all this is known already. So yeah, I don't expect price to go up like that already. Okay, all right. Oil and gas is a bit tricky. So oil and gas wise, my opinion, it is still neutral right now for this is crude oil futures. So again, okay, I remove the drawings over here. All right. So oil has been heading up. All right. As much as I think that it is too too high already, it can go higher, especially right now. You guys can see, right? What is this candlestick pattern? Can you guys let me know what is this candlestick pattern? This is a shooting star candlestick pattern, right? So if within the next 1 or 2 weeks, okay, if price cannot come down, all right, then I think most likely price will hit higher already because shooting star people see shooting star, traders see shooting stars to think that it is bearish, and they want to short the market, short the crude oil. So let's say if within the next 1-2 weeks price can come down and start to turn up, then we know that those who shorted this crude oil, they are trapped already, and price could continue to head higher. I believe, you know, hitting maybe 100 plus, it is maybe not a issue. I have a reason why to tell you also. It's based on some forecast. Okay, weekly time frame. All right, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, all right, so this is for crude oil over here. Okay, let me go to add in the what should I say, in volume profile over here. Fixed range from here to here. All right, so actually, yeah, okay, we are about there. The reason why, because there's a huge volume over here at about $98 over here, 98. Okay, so that's the reason why you see price kind of get resisted over here. All right, but all right, the top, somewhere around the top, it is about 100 plus. This standard resistance down over here. So for crude oil to hit to 107, there I think the possibility is there also. It might hit, but after that, I am not sure already. So we have to see the price action already. Okay, and of course, you know, Russia, Ukraine, and also the wheat and such, right? Corn exporter, all this I know. But again, I believe a lot of this has been priced in already. So for example, if you take a look at the wheat, okay, price, because of the Ukraine war and such, right? You know, before that, price has already moved higher up already. Okay, so all these are kind of priced in from this invasion, this war event already. So for soy, it is also the same. You know, I think kind of a price in already. Okay, a few weeks beforehand, and then for corn, also kind of a price in beforehand, before the invasion really starts. So can you see after the invasion starts, you know, price actually came down. But don't be mistaken. Again, once again, I'm not saying that you'll crash. I'm saying that, you know, don't expect price to keep going higher already. It's buy the rumor, sell the news. The news is already out. The invasion started. That's why, you know, they sell this event already. They sell the of the event prior to that of the incoming invasion. Okay, and then I want to share something with you, something that is interesting over here. Let me get over here. Is this all right? So I was watching Larry William over here. So he mentioned that, you know, he talked about the, okay, I'll go to the long term one. So he mentioned about this CPI, consumer price index, and based on the cycle forecasting by Larry Williams. So he's quite famous. Okay, if you don't know who he is, you can just Google him. Okay, Larry Williams. So this was the 5.5-year cycles in consumer price index over here. All right, this is the cycle. This is the cycle over here. Okay, so this is the peak. All right, this is the bottom, peak, bottom, peak, bottom. By the way, this cycle thing, right, it will tell you the peak and the bottom, but it doesn't tell you the magnitude. So it doesn't mean that price will fall a lot like that, go up like a lot like that. No, it just tells you that it could be peaking, it could be bottoming out, but it doesn't tell you the magnitude of the move. All right, Ken? So far, based on his cycle, it seems it's quite accurate. You know, this is the bottom over here coincide with the bottom over here at the peak. Okay, not exactly some, but almost there. Bottom over here, okay, also at the bottom, somewhere around there. Okay, peak around there, also around there. So bottom, okay, peak, bottom over here. All right, peak. So can you guys see or not? It's not about the magnitude. It is about, you know, the peak and the bottom. Tells you that the turning point, the reversal. Okay, yeah, turning point. Okay, the turning point. All right. So from here, right, bottom out. This is quite true over here, and over here, 2010s at the period of time. This is the peak and then the bottom. So based on his cycle forecasting, right, this inflation thing, okay, right, recently, you know, I think inflation hit about 7.5%, right? So based on his cycle forecasting, right, so we could be hitting the peak, all right, somewhere in the third quarter of 2022, right? Third quarter. So that is about after June. After June, you should see that inflation should kind of, you know, retracting, okay, retracting, should come down a little bit, okay, should come down a little bit already. And by then, hopefully, you know, it will might not be the main issue anymore. And then this is a shorter term, all right, for the consumer price index, CPI, shorter term one. You can see that this is every single year over here. Okay, so again, the cycle forecasting, it is not telling you, you know, the magnitude. It's just telling you the turning point, the peak or the bottom over here. And it is also pointing that, you know, this is hinting that the peak, we are also peaking soon. It's somewhere around here already. So we are about there, right? So maybe from now to the second quarter, third quarter, inflation could be peaking soon already. So yeah, and by then, if the CPI inflation peaking soon, right? Maybe, okay, I'm not very sure. Maybe, you know, all the commodities might have a pullback. Okay. Again, I'm not saying that the commodities will crash, but, you know, there might be a pullback, a retracement. So let you do in short, right? So let me take a look at the DBC. DBC is the Invesco Commodities ETF over here. All right, we are okay. Last year I really mentioned last year, okay, for those who follow me, I said that there could be a commodity, you know, bull market, and it has been going up all the way over here. Okay, so yeah, so right now we are still in the midst of this commodity bull market. So take a look at the longer term time frame. All right, so this was the trend line over here. When price broke the trend line, you know, just keep heading higher. So based on this DBC ETF, right, you know, we can be testing this region over here. So it could be somewhere this standard support resistance. We could be testing the first resistance is at about 26. All right, so it's about 26. So we could have still some room to go higher. And if you want to take a look what comprises of this DBC, a lot of these component, all right, is the energy, the oil still carries a lot of weight. Okay, so that's the reason why I think that oil could potentially still go a little bit higher. Okay, so you can see over here for DBC. All right, so you can see that. Did they put? No, but somewhere I read that it is bulk of it is actually oil. Oh yeah, over here. Okay, so bulk of it 47%. Okay, it is the weightage is 47.53% on energy, agriculture 25%, metals 15%, precious metal 12%. All right, everything okay so far? Everything okay so far? Okay, so let me take a look at the ETF, not ETF, I think there's one question on ETF. How about TIN, JJT? JJT is not ETF, it's an ETN. ETN, it's a bit different from, wow, TIN, I never really tracked this kind of Acharawan, okay, this kind of movement, I don't know how to trade right now because I already missed the boat, and right now it is at a high. It's at a high already. Okay, and even if I want to trade, right, I need to wait for a pullback. But you know, need to know that this GJT liquidity is low. There's a lot of gaps over here. Okay, so yeah, can be quite difficult to buy in and such. Okay, all right. So yeah, but no, interesting. Okay, TIN is actually having a very good run over here. All right. Okay, so any questions so far? All right, I think we are still on time, less than an hour. I think what I want to discuss I've already discussed already. Okay, so ABT, which one? ABT is abort laboratory. So what's the ABT rubber price? KRBN, Darius is asking what KRBN. KRBN, all right, I mentioned that previously also it was bullish, but let me remove the comments first. Okay, but right now, can you see previously the uptrend was quite nice. All right, supported by the CPR, up, then there's a consolidation and then go up again. All right. And right now you can see that the range started to go a bit more volatile already. And this right now, it seems to me, is like a stage 3 of the price movement already. STAG, stage 3. Stage 3. Stage 3 meaning that, and Weinstein stage analysis. Okay. All right. Okay, so simple lah. Okay, so something like this lah. Okay, again, I don't know, but it seems to me that it seems like KRBN is moving into this kind of stage already, starting to flatten out. It could be into stage 4. So I'm not so keen into KRBN, and right now, price is something like do a topping pattern. Of course, price can do a basing over here and continue to go higher. I don't know, but right now, price it is hovering at somewhere around the CPR. And I'll prefer, if price can really clear this, okay, then I will be more inclined to go in. Okay, of course, can take the risk and enter, right? But you have to know where to place your stop loss. So right now, my personal opinion is that KRBN, the carbon ETF, right? It is the uptrend. It feels like it is like at a kind of a peak already. Yeah, at a peak already. So not so keen to enter for me lah. All right. Chinese equity. Hang Seng. Actually, I have nothing much to comment on Hang Seng because at this moment in time, it is still on a downtrend. Initially, I thought that there could be a potential turn, okay, but it didn't. It continued to go down, so I'm still waiting for Hang Seng. For Baba and such, right? Okay, it is still downtrend, nothing much. So let's say if you don't want to use the cloud, you don't want to use people point to keep things simple. I also mentioned that in my previous Facebook Live. All right, you can just very simply use a 30-week EMA. All right, 30-week EMA. That is the Stein-Weinstein method. All right, Hang Seng. Right, almost there. Can you see this 30 week? Almost there. All right, trying to break above, cannot. So stay at this moment in time, still stay clear of the Chinese stocks. Okay, yeah, that's my personal opinion. All right. Previously, I say Ping An. I think I didn't really check already. So how's Ping An doing right now? He's still not doing very good also. So it's coming to come down 30 week. All right, it is also starting to come down. So this is kind of a false break over here. Okay, they are bound to have some false break. So overall, when the market is down, you also pull all the individual stocks down also. All right. Patrick asking, as it this car? No, this car I am holding for longer term. So I'm using options to enter. So I'll be holding until next year. So this car is a position trade. I am still bullish on this car. So based on the 30-week analysis, Stein-Weinstein method stage analysis, I think still holding quite okay. All right. And then for this car, I go back to my daily time frame. Okay, I think it is still okay. Earnings. All right. Earnings came yesterday. Earnings is not really good. Okay, less than expected. That's why it came down. Market actually gapped down, but it actually gap up. Not gap up. It actually recovered yesterday. Today still pretty okay. So I'm still actually bullish on this car. I'm still holding. Yeah, I'm still holding. All right. Ashara one, so you mentioned about yes, EWZ. EWZ, yeah, it is quite bullish, EWZ. Yeah, so it is quite bullish. Definitely. I think it's in a early mid stage recovery. Yeah. So I'm also watching EWZ as well. So on the weekly time frame, can be a bit messy, but 2 days time frame starting to break above the cloud. Weekly time frame also above the cloud. So pretty bullish, and price is above the cloud and also the CPR. Right? UEC, UEC you still holding UEC, go to weekly time frame. Actually, it's still okay. UEC based on the weekly time frame, right? The pullback it is actually steep enough. Okay, UEC. Let me take a look at the Weinstein method. Okay, Weinstein. All right, so for Weinstein method, it's a bit messy, okay, and then price hit back above the 30-week EMA. So go back to my usual. All right, it is still okay because still supported by the cloud, like what I showed in the index just now, supported by the cloud, and based on the daily time frame, it is a commodity, okay, but starting on the daily time frame, starting to break above the CPR, so the sentiment could be changing, but I am not really interested in UEC uranium right now. Price action is a bit ping pong, not that nice. All right. So Leiting is asking, you bought options. Do you mean call options? Yes. So for this car, I bought the call options. It is a leap options. So leap options meaning that it's a long-term options, more than 9 months ahead for the expiry date. Yeah, my expiry is until next year. I think about January or Feb. Yeah, about January or Feb. Yes. Neo Door is asking about Neo. Neo also cannot lah. Neo cannot. Neo definitely in a downtrend. So yeah, very clear cut. Downtrend. Price below the cloud, below the CPR. Tested the CPR. Can you see over here very weak, and then came back down. All right. Yeah. Is it a good time to enter into this car now since hit into CPR? This car, let me check again. I think it's okay, right? But again, it depends on your time frame. Are you doing on a swing trade or are you meant for position trade? If for position trade, I think it's okay. I think the timing, the entry is don't need to be so precise. Okay, but for swing trade, all right, I would prefer if it can do a wash and rinse pattern. Wash and rinse pattern, hopefully it can at least goes above 20, about 28, then I think for swing trade, then it's okay. But for position trade, I think anytime, I think can go in. That's my opinion. Okay, it could be wrong. Okay, please don't copy me. All right. You think it's like naked call options? Because I bought call options. Okay, yeah, you can say that it's naked, but I'm not selling. So normally when you say naked, people associate with selling the options, naked options, because if I buy options, I already know my maximum loss already. So yeah, it is naked. I just buy a lead direct call option. That's all. Yeah. James Tan, rubber price. I don't know what's the rubber price because I don't really track the rubber price. If you know, let me know. I don't really track. I don't know. I don't think there's a rubber ETF as well. Yeah. Saudi Arabia, it is not in my radar recently. So what's the ETF? You let me know, then I can take a look. Leaps are more expensive compared to a shorter term options because you're buying a longer term options, more intrinsic value. All right, and I also buy deep in the money. Yes, it is more expensive, but cheaper than I buy the this kind of stock outright. So let's say if I wanted to buy 10,000 worth of this car stock, right? I think for options, I only need to pay about, I think, 3-4,000, that kind, about half or less than half. Can you buy 100K, you need to forget 50K. So there's still leverage on buying the lead call options. All right. Oh yeah, I'm going to share with you something later. The trade ideas I haven't shared. So there's a lot of questions that I don't think I can answer every single one of them. So I will try not to go into individual stocks really because I think there are too many already. Okay, I'll go broad. All right. So let me see. Tesla. Okay, I'll answer a few more. Tesla right now is not my kind of trade lah. So again, below the cloud, below the CPR, right? It's in a downtrend. I won't touch it lah. So though you've been with me for some time, so you know my style. I don't like to buy downtrending stocks. So below CPR, below cloud, below the 30-week MA, these are the stocks I won't touch one. So you guys can check it out. All right. So Google, GOOG. Google, right now also not very sweet. So if you want to buy Google and such right now, right, maybe you can consider buying ETF lah. QQQ. If I'm bullish on QQQ, okay, which means that all these tech stocks, they can go higher also. But I don't know which other tech stock that might go higher because QQQ can be Facebook, can be Google, and such. It can go higher lah. But yeah. I also don't know how to answer you, actually, to be honest. Yeah, because there's a lot of factors lah. So let me see. Weinstein method. Go back there. Weekly time frame. All right. So if you really want to be, price have to clear above the 30-week EMA long, at least to be more bullish lah. Okay. All right. Right. If you enter now, it is more like aggressive entry already. Okay? Nothing wrong, but you need to know where is your stop. All right. And again, it depends on whether you are holding for short term or for long term. Okay. How about energy? I randomly select some question. I think that's more relevant. I think I can answer better one. So like energy XLE. If for me personally, I don't like to chase lah. So yeah, I would rather go into other stock. I mean, that can it go higher? Yes, it could. As I mentioned, oil can go higher. That's why energy, there's a possibility could go higher also. All right. So maybe, like for example, XLE, right? We are pretty near to the yearly S2 level. So this is 72. All right, 72 area. So 72 area, this is 72. Okay, 72. So let's plot a line over here. Turn the H. All right. So go back to a daily time frame. All right. So possibility, price can go a bit more higher to hit 72. So to me, the risk reward right now, it is not actually there. So I will not really choose the energy sector, and you can choose individual stocks, but you have to be quite selective lah. Okay. All right. KSA Saudi Arabia. Also quite okay. Saudi Arabia weekly time frame. Breaking new high. And Saudi Arabia is actually emerging markets also lah. So for this year, yeah, I'm actually quite bullish on the emerging market. So all these above cloud, above pivot, you can follow the rule, okay? Hit CPR about there, you can buy that kind of thing lah. So as usual, up your trigger, whatever your trigger is, up to you. All right, I won't tell you how to buy, when to buy. I just want to let you know where is the potential support area. Is it an uptrend, downtrend, and such? All right. So Jiu is asking, right, which industry would be looking good for the following 1 to 2 months? Okay, so I actually want to share with you guys. So we are past the 1 hour mark. So right now we still have 300 people. Okay, all right, I'm going to share with you some two trade ideas lah. Okay, I think I was looking at some of the potential trade this month and next month also. So let me share with you this over here. Okay, for the month of March, right? For March, right? I'm going to share with you now, right? So by the way, some people so I can see I only have about 83 likes. Are you guys able to give me a like and share? You know, I think I've been providing some good value, right? Share some new things to you guys. So give me a like and share. Liking is free, doesn't cost you money, but tell Facebook that you enjoy my content and want to see more of me in the future. So just give me a like. Okay, if you can share, the better as well. All right. So March over here, I'm looking at this ETF called PBJ. All right, PBJ. Food and beverage. Food and beverage, PBJ. There's PBJ. Yeah, food and beverage. All right. PBJ. All right, food and beverage. F and B. Okay. So from the 8th of March to 19th of April. All right. For the past 16 years, okay, it is 100% positive. All right. Provided that the market it is recovering, really, you know, bottoming out, then I think it is a good candidate to go long PBJ. All right. If you think this is a good share, all right, type PBJ in the comments. PBJ. Again, although it is 100% for the past 16 years, it doesn't mean that this year, 17 year, you continue to do the same. Historical result doesn't mean that you always be the same. Okay, please, only based on past historical data. I can have your understanding. It is not a sure win method. I'm just telling you based on data. Right, PBJ. So let's take a look at PBJ over here. PBJ. All right, for the next 1 to 2 months. Okay, PBJ. Food and beverage. Okay, so today price rebounded a lot also. So we move that, impulse. All right. So can you see that overall, you know, still in a pretty good, nice uptrend. All right. Weekly time frame, strong. It is strong. When the market is tanking, okay, it continues to, okay, this is a longer term one. It is going higher. All right. And based on weekly time frame, okay, it is still quite strong also. Or the market is down, just down a little bit, and then now there's a long shadow. Let's see whether it can go higher. Okay. And if you look at the Weinstein method, all right, simple one, 30-week EMA, weekly time frame, right? Strong as well. Can you see? Can you see or not? All right. While the market is tanking below the 30-week EMA, the indices, right? It is holding well at the 30-week EMA, holding well. All right, it's holding well over here. All right. So touch here supported. Oops. Touch here. So coming up, all right, as I mentioned, from the 8th of March to 19th of April, 100%. Again, once again, disclaimer, not 100%, sure win, and have to see the overall market condition. And by the way, PBJ, all right, the component stocks, all right, it's actually consumer staple kind of thing. Okay, PBJ. So let's take a look what's inside this PBJ ETF, the component stocks. All right. So, all right. So these are the stocks over here. Okay, Heinz Kraft, Coca-Cola, Hershey, Keurig, Dr. Pepper, strong also. General Mills, PepsiCo. All right, can see Kraft, KHC, strong. KHC, strong. Okay, go back to daily time frame. Okay, KHC, right, strong. Okay, KHC is strong. What else? Coca-Cola is KO, right? Coca-Cola, so strong. Okay, all these are consumer staples, more of a defensive stocks. So when the market is tanking, normally consumer staples, defensive stock, they tend not to drop so much compared to the rest of the sectors. All right, so this is the number one. Another one to share with you is actually not that easy to trade, but just to share with you based on data. Natural gas over here. All right, so natural gas from the 1st of March to 18th of March. The time frame is pretty short. Okay, for the past 10 years, 9 years, it is 90% of the time it is positive. So for natural gas, let's look at natural gas, NG. All right. So weekly time frame, okay, it is above the 30-week. All right. So but natural gas, it can be quite volatile, volatile. So you can see that, ping pong, very huge volatility, not that easy to trade. Okay, but just to let you know, based on price action right now, still seems okay. Right now, it still seems okay. Okay, and it is. Can you guys see what I'm trying to see? What is this? What is this candlestick pattern? This is a shooting star, right? Shooting star, right? So right now today it is coming down. So within the next few days, okay, if price cannot come down, all right, I might want to go long. Okay, so the reason, following the rules, seasoners telling me that it's bullish. All right, above the cloud, above the CPR. All right, weekly EMA 30-week also above. So looking to go long, and this is the natural gas futures. If you want to trade the ETF, it will be UNG, right? UNG, and UNG is starting to break above the cloud over here. Yeah, of course, the most accurate pricing, the most accurate price is based on futures price, because that's the best accurate one. But here it's not showing a shooting star, okay. But nevertheless, if up to you decide, how to trigger in, this is based on the data. All right. Can so yeah, so these are the two trade ideas that but you need to, okay, by the way, this natural gas are not that easy. So you need to, I think it's quite volatile, so you need to prepare a wider stop loss. Can all right, so PVJ and natural gas. So yeah, I hope these two trade ideas, hopefully I'll take a look at them next week, and hopefully I will see whether they're going or not. Yeah, okay. Jing Jing, I mentioned that earlier. I'm not sure whether you are here. I mentioned that, yes, corn, wheat, and such, they are in an uptrend, but where is it? Corn, wheat. Okay, so they are right now, it's pulling back because the invasion of war already priced in, already. Okay, so right now I won't be entering all the soft commodities. If I really want to enter, I want to wait for a pullback. Then I see the price action. Yeah, because precisely, Ukraine is a grain producing country. Before the war invasion, the market already pricing into that already. That's why price has been heading up a few days before the invasion. Okay, yeah, all right. MH is asking, my chart got the dark blue bar. This is the Elder Impulse Elder Impulse. I mentioned that, I think, in my earlier Facebook Live. Yeah, so I did the Elder Impulse system. Yeah, so ignore the candle change. Ignore the candle change. All right. Natural gas is UNG. All right, ETF UNG. Okay, I post the link in UNG. I post it in the comments. UNG. Okay. UNG, not NG, UNG. All right. Can, so yeah, I think that is all for today. I think just about time, just nice. All right, just about time, just nice. Less than 1.5 hours. Okay, so yeah, so just a very quick recap on the market right now. How is the market doing? Wow, okay, the market good. Market is running 1.12%. My long position is not too bad. My long position is not too bad. So yeah, so just a very quick recap over here. All right, so I mentioned that the market could bottom. All right, at this moment in time, I don't know whether it's a dead cat bounce. It could be a dead cat bounce. I don't know. But short-term wise, within the next 1 to 2 weeks, I think the market should rebound, mainly because of the price action. Price is above the weekly cloud and supported by the cloud also for the indices, be it Dow, S&P, and Nasdaq, and they have undergone quite a significant pullback already. This is what I have to see. Overall, it's still uptrend. Secondly, sentiment, a lot of people are bearish, and based on the CNM bear and bull indicator, we are at the extreme fear. So when there's blood on the street, normally the market could rebound anytime. And thirdly, it is based on the VVIX over VIX. Okay, so the VVIX over VIX, it is over here. I just do one more time. Okay, all right, so you can use the line chart over here. Generally, when price hit a 5 and 4, right now it's at a 4 level, reading of 4, it could signal a market bottom. It could signal a market bottom. So these are a few reasons, and of course there are a few other reasons I look at, but I won't share them today lah. So yeah, a couple of other reasons. So I think that the market could bottom. So once again, I don't know whether it's really a dead cat bounce. All right, so I will have to, let's say for example, for the Nasdaq futures, Nasdaq futures, once again. All right. So when price, hit the CPR, okay, I add in the yearly CPR some more. Okay, yearly, okay, yeah. So can you see that the yearly CPR is here? All right. When price hit the yearly CPR, then I'll be a bit careful already, because I don't know whether they can bounce or not. Okay, I don't know. So it is at about 15,100 level with the Nasdaq. Okay, futures. If based on QQQ, all right, the yearly CPI is at about 368 level. Okay, 368 level for the QQQ, the yearly CPR plus the monthly CPR. So price go like that here, ping pong, I'll be kind of careful really. All right, okay. And then what else? Some sharing with trade ideas over here, PBJ and natural gas. Okay, doesn't mean that it is 100% guaranteed correct. So please do your own due diligence and see the price action. And thirdly, I mentioned about the consumer price index, about the inflation. We might see the peak in the inflation at somewhere second half to the third quarter of the year. All right, based on what Larry Williams cycle forecasting is telling me, okay, we could be hitting a peak soon. This is the 5.5-year cycle on the CPI, and then the shorter term one also, we are peaking soon. All right, and once again, I encourage you guys to join the my Telegram and YouTube channel. Okay, so I post the link in the comment over here. All right, so do join. A lot of our content, sometimes I don't share on the Facebook as well. And lastly, I'll urge you guys to join the Market Insights Virtual Summit that's coming up in April. I think it's still a bit early, but it's fine. I'm preparing the ebook that I'm going to give away. So let me see this out. So just head over to the link over here. All right, fill up your details, your names, and you are good to go. And I mentioned that I will send you the material, the trend master, how to determine the trend in just 3 seconds. Okay, basically I'm going to do a write-up on the Ichimoku Cloud and such. All right, so bonus materials for you guys. So do register for it. And yeah, I think that's all for today, Friday evening. So I hope you guys are enjoying my session. So one last thing, if you guys enjoy my sharing, do engage with me. If you like my share today, give me some encouragement, type value in the comments. If you think that I'm giving you value today, before you go off, just type value in the comments. Type value in the comments. All right. So yeah, oh yeah, Shunten, yeah, here, right? So once again, if you want to read, actually I disclosed him already. never mind. So yeah, if you want to read about the background of the Ukraine and Russia history, right, you can go to the link over here. All right, I post the link in the comments. in the comments over here. Can go read up more on the Ukraine history and Russia. All right, so that's all for today. I can see quite a number of value and like. Thank you for your encouragement. So have a good night, have a good evening, have a good weekend. All right, I will see you guys again next week. Hopefully the market can rebound even higher. Okay, thank you so much. Good night and 晚安. Bye bye.